Hi guys, welcome week 3 of our hip challenge. Today we're going to work on a stretch called supine scissors pose. We're going to be working on stretching the muscles on the outside of our hips, our hip adductors, and also some deep six muscles of our hips. So a couple of different options, but what we might need for today as well is some blocks, maybe a little chair to rest your leg on, and also a strap. So let's start straight away. We're going to start by lying on our back, raising your right leg up into the air, taking a strap over the top of your foot, taking the strap into your left hand. We'll start our timer, and then slowly let your leg fall to the left. Now here, this is where the table or the little chair can come in handy, and you can just let your leg start to rest on the chair, taking the stretch here to the outside of your hip. So that's option 1. And then option 2, maybe your leg hangs in the air, so remove my chair. Option 3, maybe you just let it fall to whatever feels good. Okay, so left leg, left foot is flexed, leg is extended, right leg is flexed. Think about your hips slightly rolling inwards, or your femur bone rolling inwards in your hip, keeping your feet flexed. Little toe flexes back towards your right hip. With your right hand, you might palpate, kind of feeling around those muscles being stretched in your right leg, or just resting right hand on the floor. When we're ready, we'll come right back to our breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, mouth. Remembering with all our stretches, we're aiming to do these stretches right before bed. And as always, we're working to be in that 5 out of 10 stretching intensity. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhaling. Exhaling. Here in this position, there's also a little bit of hamstrings being stretched. You can take the stretch out of the hamstring by bending your knee if you like. And this might change the angle of the stretch a little bit higher up towards your hips. You can play around with whatever feels good. As with all the stretches we work on, there's going to be different areas of our body that are connected when we're thinking about stretching our hips. A lot of times, we're working on stretching ankles, flexion, and extension. Also bringing in hamstrings, and also sometimes bringing in a quad stretch, which we'll do later on today. Inhaling nose. Exhaling mouth. Bending your knee. We'll slowly start to rock up the seated. Tap above the knee, below the knee, above, below, and we'll set up for our second side. So lying on our back. Again, if you want, you can use that chair. Placing the chair right next to your right hip, and your leg is going to come to rest on the chair if you need that. If the chair is a little bit too high, you might use a block, maybe on high, medium, or low height, wherever you are. We're going to take our strap over the top of our foot, letting the weight come into your right hand, and then slowly let your right leg fall to the right. Inhaling nose. Exhaling mouth. Remembering with all these poses, there's no real destination. All we're trying to do here is find the stretch. And we're looking to feel a stretch on the outside of our left hip right now. So out along our glutes, maybe a deep six muscles of our hips. We're working medial rotation. We're opening that outside, our hip abductors are getting a nice stretch here. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Here in this position, you might find that your left hip is rolling up off the floor, maybe even your left shoulder. That's okay. Maybe your leg is floating in the air. That's also okay. Try to keep your right arm straight and strong. And then as you go deeper into the pose, maybe you can start to think about drawing that left hip back, left shoulder down. And again, always option there to kind of just palpate, feel that area around your left hip. Keep focused on your 4-8 breath. Inhaling nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inside of our final minute, if you'd like to hold the strap up a little bit higher. If your hands are getting tired, you could wrap the strap around your hand. Keep your breath flowing. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. For 8, breathing. Breathe in through your nose, whisper sound. Exhale, breath through your mouth, same sound. Remembering you can always bend the knee if your hamstrings are getting a little bit too much of a stretch. And you want to take it deeper into your hip. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. And slowly we'll bend that knee. Making hug it into the chest. When you're ready, rock forwards and back. Come up to seated. Tap a little bit below the knee. Above the knee. Below and above. So that was our supine scissors pose. Now we're going to move on to something to stretch our rectus femoris, our hip flexors, and also getting a nice deep stretch into our quads. We're going to start this position by taking our knees together and taking our feet wide enough apart that our bum just sits down in between. Option 1, you take 2 blocks, plop them under your seat, rest your hands on your knees, and we'll start our stretch. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, mouth. If you feel like you're up a little bit too high, maybe take away 1 block. Maybe take away all blocks. If you take away the blocks, maybe your bum floats up off the floor for a moment. That's okay. Deep breath in, inhale. Exhale. This position is called hero pose. You're going to feel a strong stretch on the front of your thighs, upper thighs. You're also going to be feeling a strong stretch in your ankles. This is called plantar flexion of our ankles. And again, a very safe position, but it can be quite intense. Remember, if you're feeling too much and it's becoming uncomfortable or very, very uncomfortable, you can always prop back up again. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. As we go deeper here, you stay where you are. The next step onto that would be to slowly start to lower back onto your elbows. Keep working your knees towards each other. And we'll be coming into a reclining hero pose. Keep your breath flowing. Inhale to your nose. Exhale, mouth. Again, now you're going to work with the best position for you. But sitting on the blocks, you're getting a stretch there. You're going to stay here. If your bum comes all the way to the floor, it's a good time to come to lower onto your elbows. And then maybe the fourth and final step is to lower all the way onto your back. Maybe even extending your arms overhead if it feels comfortable. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then slowly, if you're all the way down, work back up onto your elbows. Slowly from here, work all the way back up to seated. From seated, press into your hands, maybe removing the blocks. Sweep your legs to one side. Tap below your leg, above your leg, below your leg, and we're done. So today we worked on 2 positions. We worked on our scissors pose, supine scissors pose. We also worked on our hero pose. And with hero pose, we have a couple of different modifications. Again, with our stretches, we're aiming to do these every day. So 7 days a week. Remember to stretch it at 5 out of 10 intensity. If you miss a day, don't worry. Just start back into it the next day. Well done. Keep going with the challenge.